Hello students of class 10. I am Amit Singh and today I have brought a story from your book Footprints Without Feet. Before we start the story, I request you to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get further notification. Today's story is The Midnight Visitor, written by Robert Arthur. First, I am going to introduce you with the author, Robert J. Arthur Jr., born in November 10, 1909 and died in 2nd May 1969. He was a writer of speculative fiction and he is better known for his work with The Mysterious Traveler, and it is a radio series. Arthur was honored 2 times by the Mystery Writers of America with an Edgar Award for Best Radio Drama. Now, the story. The story Midnight Visitor is about a secret agent. His name is Asbel, who has spent an evening with the writer whose name is Fowler. Fowler had expected that Asbel would be an energetic, muscular secret agent, as most secret agents are and can be seen in movies or pictures. But he was vice versa. When he met him, he found that he was not looking adventurous and he got bored. So, how the things changed, how the things seemed opposite what he had thought about him or he had imagined about Oswald. That we will come to know after reading the story. Now, the summary and its explanation. The story is about a secret agent whose name is Oswald. When he looks him, we find that he doesn't fit any description of his profession, because physically we find that he is very fat and he doesn't look like the secret agents mostly can be seen in movies. They look muscular, they look handsome, but he is very fatty. When Fowler met him, he found that he was looking bored, he was not looking enthusiastic. So he thought that Oswald was not looking like other secret agents. That day, Oswald was expecting to get a very important report. He had spent his evening in a French music hall with his friend Fowler, and when he returned with him to his room, he found that a person whose name was Max was already standing in the room. He was having a gun in his hand. As the report was about to come, only 30 minutes remained when it was supposed to be in his hand, and Max had come there to snatch that report from Oswald. And that was the first adventure that Fowler had been witnessed on that day. So when they were talking, and Oswald knew why Max had come there, Oswald started with a story about how a guy had entered from the balcony last month below his room. Oswald explained that one who belongs to the next apartment, he had entered his room someday and he would complain the management why he had not taken care of that complaint that he had already made. Max felt nervous. He thought if he knew that the room had a balcony, he would not have used passkey to enter his room. Suddenly, the door was being knocked. The knocking of the door became louder, and it was supposed that the police had arrived there because it was a very confidential report that Oswald was supposed to receive on that night. So now Max was perplexed. He could not think that what he should do. He threatened Oswald that if he would tell anything to him, he would be there in the balcony and would immediately shoot him down. After saying so, Max jumped from the window of the room to the balcony. But suddenly, the screams could be heard by both Oswald and Fowler. When the door was opened, there stood a waiter with a tray. He was having a bottle and two glasses. He told Oswald that he had brought the drink ordered by him when he returned from the concert. He then skillfully uncorks the bottle and leaves the room. Fowler grows pale and stared after the waiter. He wondered that Oswald had told lie to Max. This shows the quick wit of Oswald as he took advantage of the situation and made Max nervous, due to which he jumped out of the window without thinking and looking down. He had jumped from the top floor of the hotel and would have possibly died. And this is how Oswald outwitted Max and saved himself from a very dangerous situation. So, in this way, Oswald proved that what Fowler had thought, he was not like that. He was a secret agent, he was witty, he was clever. Although physically he was not looking like other secret agents, mostly seen in movies or pictures. Now we should have look at some words which can be considered difficult and their meanings also. The first is musty, means hiding a stale or moldy or damp smell. Next is corridor, that a long passage in a building from which doors lead into rooms. Gloomy, dark or poorly lit, especially so as to appear depressing or frightening. Scarcely, only just, or we can say almost not. Accent, a distinctive way of pronouncing a language, especially one associated with a particular country, area, or social class. Next is passably, just well enough, or we can say tolerably well. Next is espionage, spying, and the next is envisioned, means imagine as a future possibility, or we can say visualize also. This is another list of words and their meanings. Sloppy, carelessly dressed. Next is prosaic, ordinary. Chuckled, laughed quietly, or we can say without opening his mouth. Next is disillusioned, disappointed in someone or something that one discovers to be less good than one had believed. And next is authentic, means of undisputed origin and not a copy. We can say that genuine. Next is halfway, at or to a point, equidistant between two others. Next is wheezed, Spoke breathing noisily and heavily. Next is slender, means gracefully thin. Next is countenance, a person's face, or we can say facial expression. Next is menacing, suggesting the presence of danger or threatening. Next is murmured, say something in a low or indistinct voice. We can say whispered also. Missile, weapons directed by remote control or automatically. Next is raise the devil. What does this phrase mean? Make a noisy disturbance. Next is grimly, in a very serious, gloomy, or depressing manner. Next is nishon, a person or thing causing inconvenience or annoyance. Now have a look on some questions and their answers. So, first question is, how is Ausubel different from other secret agents? So, students, Ausubel is different from other secret agents because he did not fit any description of a secret agent. Why? Because he was very fat. Though he spoke French and German very well, and he had never altogether lost the American accent also. Thus, he spoke the European languages with an American accent, but physically he never looked like other secret agents. Next is, who is Fowler and what is his first authentic thrill of the day? So, Fowler was a young and romantic writer, and his first authentic thrill of the day was Max when he was standing with a small automatic pistol in his hand in that room where he, along with Ausubel, had entered, where Ausubel was supposed to receive a very confidential report about missiles. Next, why did Max say he came to Ausubel? Max came to Ausubel to take the report that was being brought to him that night. Students, he was having a pistol in his hand. He threatened Ausubel that he should give that report to him. The report was about some new missiles. In short, we can say it was a very confidential and important report. And next, and fourth question is, how did Ausubel distract Max's attention? So, as you know, when Max told Ausubel about the purpose of his visit, means why he had entered his room quietly, Ausubel quickly planned within his mind how to tackle him. He diverted Max's attention very casually by saying that he would raise the issue with the management about the niche his balcony had been creating those days. Max wondered, he was surprised. He said if he had known about the balcony, he would not have used a passkey to enter the room. So, this was the story from your Footprints book. Soon I will be here with another story from the same book. Till then, goodbye and take care. Thank you.